I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. When the sunlight shines upon imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found a peace that comes from watching my fishes as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them, and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
Hey. Hi, Dina.
Hey, Father Fish, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
Nice to see you. Great to be here.
Nice to see you too, and it's great to be here. Where'd you go? I lost you. We've lost Father Fish. He's hiding. There he is. He's over there.
Right there. There I am. There you are.
That was funny.
All right. Goodness sakes. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you. Great to be here. Great to have everybody here. We got a gang in. Rogerio Lima. Adam Armbruster is here. Father Fish, he says. The comic book man, G-Man. NC is here. Fish Capades. And Andrew. And Kimco. Joey. Stan. William. Look at this. Hail, hail. The gang's all here. Well, we're going to have fun tonight. Let's see. Mattis Factory, Rob. Doom Pie. Andrew Sailor Ed. Hello, Sailor Ed. David Job. Love you guys here from India. Delighted to have you. I got a notice today that YouTube is rolling out a new AI that will dub audio in a number of different languages automatically. I haven't learned how to do this yet, but I'm excited about it because I wanted to be able to get into, especially into India, Indonesia, into Brazil, into a number of other countries, Turkey and others, with native language. So it looks like YouTube's going to make that happen by pushing a button.
That's going to be cool.
It's all AI, so it doesn't cost them a nickel to do it. Takes up some bandwidth, I suppose. But hopefully it's going to make a big difference for us because it'll make it possible for us to be genuinely accessible to people around the world. So very, very excited about that.
Yeah, it's amazing how they can do that.
Tommy is a resident alien. Nice to see you. Tommy has changed his name some from Silver Creek to Resident Alien. He sent a picture that he did as a gift for the shop, which I'm hoping will be delivered in the morning.
Oh, that'll be nice.
And we'll get it tomorrow. He put it in the mail, I don't know, one day last week, Wednesday, I think, or so. So we're excitedly looking forward to that.
Mhm.
That'll be wonderful. And we'll do a whole video on that.
That'll be nice.
On Tommy's gift. Yes, that'll be wonderful. Tammy Woolridge, I found you yesterday, Father Fish. You helped me clear up my cloudy tank. Well, just for that, you get a wrench, Tammy, and happy to have you with us. And glad we got your tank cloudy, your cloudy tank cleared up. Oh, he said he had a lot of YouTube complications. So here's a phantom watcher nowadays. Deleted his channel due to many YouTube complications. That's interesting.
Mm.
Well, I certainly have YouTube complications, but what I'm doing about it is we're getting on some other platforms. I think we're broadcasting tonight on X. We're also on 2 or 3 others. Who is this? Somebody from Nevada. Father Fish.
Hi, I just made an order for you guys.
Okay.
I accidentally typed in the wrong address for it.
Yeah.
It's just a simple number change.
Well, hold on. Let me see if I can get over to it and fix it.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
Let's see. What's your name?
Walter Ray.
Walter. Last name?
Ray. R-A-Y.
I don't think it's come up yet. Let's see. Hold on a second. There it is. Walter Ray. View customer. I can't do it that way. Okay, so what's the change?
So instead of space 51 for the trailer, it's space 59.
Space 59.
Yeah.
Okay, that's easy.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Done and done. You bet. Thanks.
Always busy.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's done. Receive your substrate. Thank you. And shouted you and Dina out at the beginning of my show. Thank you so much, Father Fish from the Jew.
Oh, that's cool.
Kim Minnie. Hello, Kim. Live order fixes, right? Sailor Red, working on a tank stand today. Thanksgiving is my birthday. Getting another tank. How wonderful. Cinnamon Giza. Cinnamon is probably our best customer. I think she won a couple of the auctions Wednesday night and then put an order in, I think, today.
Oh, cool.
Even more. Love that Cinnamon. I met her at the Clash in October up in Pennsylvania. She's a grandmother who is setting up tanks for her grandchildren.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm just thoroughly enjoying it. NC, happy Thanksgiving to you. Let's see. William just ordered the 8-pack of Crips. Oh, that's such a wonderful pack, too.
Mm-hmm.
The Crips are just amazing. I think Crips are probably taking over as my very favorite plant. they're not so spectacular as young when you just get them. But boy, they grow into just these amazing, just centerpiece plants. Every one of them is a centerpiece. They're just wonderful. A mother, just an old mother, Cinnamon is saying, really, I thought there was a grandchild you had with you. Just an old mother. Well, I'm just an old father, so there. Christian B. Sailor Red, happy birthday. Nice to see you, Christian. I was looking at my dentist and thinking about you today. So we need to get together whenever you're ready. Adopted later than most. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, God bless you, Cinnamon. Oh, that's wonderful. Cinnamon's age, she's like 49 and has this little kid. I thought she must be a grandmother. Oh, NC.
Hey.
Hi, NC.
Hi. So I'm gonna do the tour here, and then I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna turn off my camera and then go downstairs and do the rest. But you want to guess what this is?
Well, it looks like a brand new cube.
Yes, it is.
It's pretty.
Bravo. Cubes are wonderful.
I got it from my friend Cody at the pet store.
An all glass cube. How nice.
I have the lights. I have the sand. I have the. I'm just waiting on the dirt right now. I have the rocks. Really nice pieces.
Oh,
of
that
rock.
is.
I got a mini baby heater, a pump, and we're gonna get this aquascaping going when Cody arrives today to deliver the stuff.
Wonderful.
So I'ma just turn off my cam. I'm still in the thing, and I'ma go downstairs.
Okay.
Because I don't want anyone stalking me.
I see.
So I'm gonna go downstairs.
Go for it.
And I'm gonna go to my fish room.
Sounds like a plan.
Thankful for the whole fish tank crew. Aren't we?
Here we are.
Goodness.
So, a few days ago, I got some mold on one of the plants, like a little white mold.
Cinnamon, that's the best kind of stupid. That's the kind of stupid that's based on love.
That's it.
So I got some mold on one of my plants, and I just left it alone, and it disappeared.
Hey, that's
There
great.
you go.
Leave it alone.
Right.
Pleco's doing fine. Hatched.
Wonderful.
These are
Oh,
Snow
wow.
Whites.
They're so little.
Isn't that funny?
Green dragons in there. They're so picky about breeding. I haven't gotten a single breed yet. There's the male up there.
Oh.
Down here actually, we have another spawn.
Wonderful.
Another one of super reds.
Cool.
So they're in here. I'm gonna bring 5 of these shrimp up to the aquascape, or I plan to put the aquascape down here or up at my room. I'm still deciding.
Yeah.
But just in case I had it cleared up, just in case I change my mind and want to put it down here.
Ugh.
But yeah, I'm actually going to do an experiment video soon. It's going to be really interesting. I already know who's going to win, but, you know, I'm doing it anyways because some people on YouTube still want me to do it. But it's gravel versus dirt. Who's going to win? I'm going to do a video where I set up 2 tanks. It's going to be right here. And then one of them is going to be graveled with plants. One of them is going to be dirt with plants. And let's see, you know, what happens. That's my plan, at least.
That's going to be cool.
I wonder who's going to win. I really do. I think everyone in the chat knows the answer to that one.
Oh yeah.
In here, we just got plecos going.
Mhm.
This one's sanded, but I need to get another inch of sand in there.
Mhm.
Yep.
But yeah, this tank is actually my best doing tank. I'm gonna be honest. I gotta turn every single one of these into this. But
Oh yeah, it'll make it a lot easier.
the problem is the plecos just uproot all my plants and like make a big gigantic crater and uproot all the dirt. So I tried adding more sand, but it still doesn't work with the bigger ones, like the more grown adults. Like, where is he? There he is, under the thing. Big. You can
Yeah.
barely see him, right?
Yeah, I can barely see him, and he's hidden under there really well.
Yeah. This is one of my favorites.
That's a pretty one.
He's long finned.
Yeah.
Love the long fin.
So yeah, Father Fish, that's basically it, and I'm gonna be sticking around for the stream, I guess.
All right.
And by the way, thank you so much for the order.
You bet.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Dina.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Hello, Red.
Hey.
Hey, everybody.
How are
I just
you?
wanted to ask a question more than show anything off. Is petrified wood, that's a rock, so I can pop it in here, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. My wife found a really cool piece out in the yard, and
Oh, nice.
it's going in.
Sounds good.
Hey, you should have received that birdhouse I made for you last Monday. Did it ever get there?
No,
No.
no.
Oh.
What address is it could be in the lockbox. It's possible we have it in the lockbox.
Yeah, it said it got delivered to a bin or something.
It's in the lockbox. It's supposed to be checked every day, but the people responsible for checking it get bored with checking it and nothing ever shows up. So obviously they didn't get to it all week. But I'm sure
Okay.
that's where it is. It will not have melted. The weather's not been very hot. So I'll get out there and I'll check it later tonight.
Just kind of showing off a little bit too. I'm getting a new 55-gallon tank. Well, actually, it's already out in the garage. It's just waiting for me to finish the stand.
Right.
But I got a full 4-foot Fluval 3.0 light for it, and I thought, well, while I'm waiting, I'll put it on this 75, and man, it's kind of like walking on the sun.
Wow.
Pretty bright.
What light is it?
It's that Fluval 3.0.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Nice.
I just like them because, you can set the timers on your phone and such and get them all to do what you want without having to crawl around under the tank and try and plug things into outlets you can't see.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that all right. Deal with that all the time.
All right. Well, hey, y'all have a wonderful day. I'm gonna rinse that.
I'm gonna send Brenda out to get that bird cage as soon as she walks in. So
Okay.
she is messed up twice this week. So I'm gonna get her good on this one.
Yeah, tell her the punishment is she has to bring me that little dog of hers because it matches mine.
Really?
I love dogs.
All right.
I like dogs better than I like people. All right. We'll see y'all later.
Thanks, Ed. You bet. Mercy. Oh, what else? Okay, so we got a deal tonight. The soil all 3 bags, the 10, the 29, and the 55, are on sale for 25% off. And that's a minimum. That's 25% of the 55. I haven't figured out. It's at least 25% of all of them. But I've got a dollar amount listed. So it's a minimum 25% discount. So if you are going to need soil anytime in the next year, this is a good chance to stock up.
Absolutely.
If you buy the 55, it's the best deal, and it'll hold up indefinitely in the back. So you don't have to use it all. Excuse me. You don't have to use it all at once. You can store it in the basement, in a refrigerator, in a closet. Just store it cool if you can, but it'll hold up indefinitely. This is our Black Friday deal. Adam is reminding us. Adam says he makes his morning coffee with it. Goodness. Right.
That's funny.
Goodness.
That would be a horrible cup of coffee, though.
Dirt coffee. So be sure to step it up. We really need your support this week. One of the reasons we're doing this, not to help you guys certainly, but it helps us as well because sales are down about 30% this week. So we're going to need a little help if we're going to be able to get through the next week or so. So this will help us out immeasurably.
Yeah, it will.
So we're kind of passing along a benefit for you in an effort to bolster our sales. Stan puts a little malm in his coffee. While we're on the subject, I wanted to reinforce this whole malm thing because I haven't said near enough about it, and it's actually extremely significant. It turns out, do you know Dan's Fish Keeping Channel? He adopted really?
Oh, wow.
I did not know that. Spark Drive said Dan's Fish has adapted the Father Fish method. Dan's Fish is probably the very best breeder of all different kinds of fish that there is. I mean, he is absolutely remarkable, and he sells everything imaginable. I mean, it's amazing the fish he sells. He has a huge operation, just an enormous warehouse with hundreds and hundreds of tanks of fish, some of which are extremely rare. He breeds them all. They're just an amazing. That's somebody I really ought to visit. It's an amazing operation. And I did not know that. I need to get over on his channel and check it out.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And give him some kudos. That's wonderful. Cinnamon said I've heard the co-op talk about it. That's
wow. That is interesting.
I'm just not keeping up.
Apparently I'm not either.
Goodness sakes.
Oh, man.
Stan said, Spark, where'd you see that? I haven't seen it.
It'd be awesome.
Hey, Brenda. She's not here yet. What time is it?
It's 6:09.
Just 6. She'll be a little while yet. Prodigious has plants coming tomorrow. He won one of the auctions Wednesday night, so I think we got him out. I'm pretty sure we did. So he'll be getting his probably tomorrow.
Hey, that'll be nice.
They call it a dirt planted tank, but it's the same as yours. Son of a gun, pretty cool. Jacob is here. See what Jacob's up to. Hi, Jacob.
How you guys doing?
Hey.
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. So, that algae, they ate it within about 3 days
No
because,
wonder.
see, remember how I said I was watching them eat it? Well, because see, I've studied your videos a lot, and I'm on a real tight schedule with their diet. So that was food to them, as well as all the bugs that they're eating as well. Because I haven't fed in over 3 months. The other day was the first time I actually fed in over 3 months, and it wasn't no food. It was actually brine shrimp. And they tore every single fish in here actually had a diet. They were all chasing it. I put it all right here, and they had it all gone. I guarantee you, within maybe 2 minutes, if that. Everything was eating it. And I'm probably going to do that, I would say, maybe once a week now until those brine shrimps are gone. And then basically go another 3 months, no feeding. Basically, keep them on every 3 months of a schedule of non feeding, except for beneficial food that's benefiting them instead of giving them food that they're really not benefiting from. Oh, and this, I think they're called nodes, where they came in very quick on this.
Yeah, they did.
It's got like 5 or 6 of them coming in, and then this one over here, this one's got roots right there, 3 roots right there shooting down. So it took pretty quick in there. So that's good. That means whatever kind of stem plant, stem plant that is, it took. It's a fast grower.
Hey, I'm glad it took. That's great news. That's the
I
one
don't
you
know what.
collected from the wild, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what
Thinking
kind.
It looks like a crypt. Not a
It,
crypt. I'm sorry. A Luigi.
oh wow, that's pretty cool.
that
Yeah,
is.
my. Oh yeah, and then see right there, it also grew another one right there coming right out of it. Another baby one coming right out of it.
Nice.
My temperature went. I turned it down, and it's holding about 84 now, stably, and it pretty much it wiped it out, like you said, about 4 days, 3 to 4 days, and then I held 86 um controllably for about 4 days, and then the next day I turned it down just a little bit, and it went down to 84. So I just turned it just right on the knob, because those heaters are touchy. You got to really be careful, because you can turn it just a little too much and you just done dropped it down in the 70s.
Right?
But I got baby fish in here too. They like to hide up in here in that Vallisneria.
Oh, they will.
And then that plant, the red Lewigia, that took off again when I cut it. But none of them have a ick or anything. I keep everybody talk about how you got to do this, do that. It just really irritates me, because they don't know the truth about fish keeping.
Mm,
They think chemicals solve every issue.
right?
Nature actually is the one that's solving everything for you. You just provide what she wants, once you provide what she wants, nature benefits and protects everything in that tank. It's more powerful than a lot of people think. It's just not really given a chance, and it's not given the right environment to thrive in. So it struggles, or most people, when they try to put nature in their tank, they fight it because the system can't take that nature. It's not designed to be able to adapt to that. So it struggles. You
Yeah.
have to understand when you build the tanks, you got to build it for every process to work. It can't fight one thing and work in this way. Everything has to work together.
I think your tank's coming along great, and it really is beautiful. And it's
It's
amazing. It's amazing to watch the transformation your tanks went through over the last few months.
I know it's really crazy. And then these guppies, how
Hmm.
come some of them have a little black dot on their tail? I read up on that and it said something about they have worms, but I haven't seen nothing like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything like that. I know the females, where their dorsal fin is, the rear fin, it will have a black spot, but that identifies them as females. But I've never experienced that.
Let me see if I can find one that's got it. I have a few of them in here that's got it. Because there's one, but that's the stomach. Uh, Unless they all lost the dots for some reason. There's no way. Because I seen these circle dots on them. Black. They were black, but it was only one. It wasn't like a lot on it. It was just one single dot. And I read up on it, and it said something about it was some kind of worm parasite on them.
Next time you spot him, take a picture and upload it to the Discord show under diseases and ask for help, and they'll definitely help you identify what it is.
There's one of the babies. So,
Oh
so
yeah.
those guppies are actually dropping smaller babies than that, but without me feeding a single, there's another real small one right there.
Oh yeah, that's a tiny, tiny one.
Right there. See, they like to hang out down there too. All those guppies. See them right there?
Oh, that's a whole bunch of them. Wow, I can see at least four. And I'm talking
There's
the little
pro-
tiny babies.
there's probably about adults so far. There's probably, I'd say, about 15 guppies in here. Oh,
Oh, that's
see there,
wonderful.
there it is. See it it's on the other side of the tail. It's on the see the black circle? It's on the see you can see the indication slightly. It's on his other side.
Yeah, hopefully I'll turn it back around. I think that might be a she. I can't tell.
But everything black that I mainly see on them is right behind their stomachs, and that's usually the sac where the mom is holding her babies.
Mm-hmm.
See, there's a full adult, I think. That's a full adult. But I think
Yep.
they're just standard guppies. I believe they're just standard, just normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that doesn't look like it's a problem. Jacob, we need to move on. I got Matthew Plowden is here. Want to get him
Oh,
on?
there's one. Oh, where they show it. See the blackness behind its tail? He shows it. They show it sometime. Oh, every time I pull the camera away, then they show it. I don't know why they do that. Maybe it's part of their pigmentism.
Yep.
Maybe
Yeah.
try to
I think
pull one
so.
out and set it up, and we'll take a look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All
Thanks, Jacob.
right. Thank you, guys. Oh, one more question. So is
Yeah,
that normal? Is that root rot right there on that stem.
I
See how
doubt
it's like?
it. Yeah, I think it's algae.
Okay, because it's going like white.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
Keep an eye on it.
Alrighty, thank you.
Bye, Jacob. Thank you. Matthew.
Hey.
How's it going, guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I wanted to ask you something. I was in
Sure.
the pet store and there was a bunch of plants that were floating on top and they wasn't in a bundle. So he
Yeah.
told me whatever the price was. When I totaled up, he'd rounded up to the nearest dollar. So I ended up paying 45 cents. And I have no
Wow.
clue what it is, but it's red and green. Maybe I call it a red Nikia, but I think it's a Renikia or something. Maybe. Can you see it there in the corner?
Yeah, Renegade could be. Looks like a Ludwigia, but can't really tell.
It's hard
Well,
to
the
tell.
ones I got in the back are the Luigi in the back there,
Right.
along with the Java Fern and the Amazon Sword. But I don't know. Maybe it'll do something for 45 cents. I ain't really
Right.
haven't really lost anything.
Oh, yeah. Hardcore
Yeah,
deal.
right. I mean, if it fails, I mean, I looked up one and there's one you're supposed to have CO2 for it, so maybe it's not that one. So, but
Well, I think
anyway,
you should be fine in there with it.
yesterday my little Cory cats were down on the bottom checking everything out and doing their thing, but they want to swim at the top today for some reason.
Huh. That's
Maybe
funny.
there ain't enough down there for them or something.
Maybe I don't know. Ah.
They don't stop, do they?
No, they
No,
don't.
they don't. Not much.
No.
Yeah, they're
I turned the light off at night. I was like, man, they gotta sleep sometime. I know I do. But
Yeah, Christian says it looks like lobelia. He thinks it's a lobelia. Cardinal.
it's kind of a long leaf.
Yeah,
It looks
is.
like it's red on the bottom and green on top, but the stem of it's kind of reddish too. The stem that goes up.
Yes, right.
It's got kind of a reddish
Ooh,
tint to it, but
nice.
I can't remember what them tetras are I bought. But glow light. I couldn't find black neon tetras, and I only had 4. And the place had 1, and I wanted them to school, so I bought 5 of them headlight or whatever they call them, glow lights,
Yeah.
because they look real similar to the black neon, and they're schooling together like they long lost buddies or something. I don't know if that's a good sign of whether they're gonna start fighting in a minute or what's going on, but
Yeah.
but they're going along together for right now. Right now, it's cool.
Looking good.
Yeah,
Thank you,
it's
sir.
good.
I got these. I looked up that they're okay, but they're gumballs. We call them in the South, in South Carolina, we call them sweet gumballs.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And acorn caps, some oak leaves, some maple leaves. Just threw it in there. But
Looking good.
anyway,
Looking good.
Yeah, it is.
well, maybe we'll see if that plan will do something. Like I said, I ain't lost much, I don't think. I don't know if I can turn this around so y'all can look at my ugly face, but
Just turn it around.
Yeah, just do that. Yeah. You won't be able to see us probably, but
no, I won't see you. I don't know if you can see me. I guess I got it
yep,
pointed
we can
right.
see
But
you.
yeah, I've got my beard going. I want to see if I can get as handsome as Father Fish is with that beard, but I don't know if I can. I could get that good looking, but
Yeah, you're gonna make it. And
get kind of cold in South Carolina. Probably ain't nothing. I drove over the road. I know how Baltimore gets. If you probably done had some freezing. You probably done had some freezing weather already.
Yeah, but we had frost in a pumpkin this morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was cold here.
2 nights in a row, or 2 mornings in a row.
Yeah, I think it's got to be what, like at least 34 or something like that to get the frost.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, guys, I appreciate your time. I'll let you jump to somebody else.
Nice to hear from you, Matthew. Good to see you.
Good to see y'all too. Y'all take it easy. Bye bye.
You too. Bye.
Mercy, mercy, mercy. Oh, what else is going on here? Oh, Kenny was in. Hey, Kenny. Good to see you. Sun and moon. Thank you, Sun and moon. Very nice. Week has been kind of slow, and this one coming up promises to be even slower. I am using it to get some work done, though. I got a lot of paperwork I need to get to, so I think that's going to be the chore for the week. Lloyd Goodyear is talking about loaches, con loaches, I guess, controlling snail populations. Yeah, that's the truth. They are good at that.
That they are.
Dana is adding her betta into her 55 and is doing great. Yeah, but they make it or they don't. There are some bettas who just can't handle the space and the volume, and others don't have a problem with it. I've seen fish languish and die in big tanks, and I've seen other fish bettas do really well. I think it depends a lot on the finnage. If it has very extensive heavy finnage, it typically is going to be a problem because they're not good swimmers at that level of breeding, and they can't handle being in a very large environment. It just creates too much stress for them. There's so many bettas, so many people who like bettas don't really seem to understand bettas very well. They get very opinionated and very upset, very distraught, and very, kind of, how dare you if you do something that they don't think is somehow betta appropriate. Yeah, they really don't understand much at all about bettas,
Right.
about what they need, what they are, their challenges. These bettas that we get they're not like native bettas. They can't stand the same kind of challenge. They do so much better in a very small container. Any of the large finned ones do. In point of fact, every single betta breeder, every single one who breeds bettas on anything like a significant basis, I mean, who has more than 2 or 3 bettas, anybody with 50, 100, 500, 1,000 bettas, and there are countless people like that. There are countless people in this country who have very, very large numbers of bettas, and they all keep them in very small containers because it's the only way to keep them safe.
Yeah.
Now you have to maintain it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't maintain it, it isn't any good. You have to maintain it. You have to change the water routinely. But by golly, I've kept hundreds of bettas at a time. And if I had tried to keep every one in a 10-gallon tank, I would not have been able to keep them.
Yeah, it'd be impossible.
It'd be impossible, right? Cinnamon Gaza's here. Hey, Cinnamon.
Hey,
Hi guys. We were
Hi.
talking about betas and I wanted to show you mine.
So nice.
My daughter, I just put him in this with a substrate. I had him in like a gravel and I slowly changing all my old ones over. But my daughter has named him Bob. Now he's gonna hide. Here he is.
oh, that's a pretty one.
He's the one I've had the longest. Yeah.
That is a pretty bad one.
And then we have, this is an older one that I'm still working on. This one has golden killifish, golden wonder. You see him right there.
Oh, he is pretty.
We got some shrimp in there too. Some shrimp in the bottom, but the killifish are getting big enough that I'm gonna have to put them in a bigger tank here soon.
Yeah, it's beautiful setup.
I got them at one of the clubs, one of their auctions. I think the
Okay.
Lancaster. That one there is my female. I call her Purple Rain.
She is
She
pretty.
does well with killifish.
Nice.
Then of course there's my. Then we've got the shell dwellers who are moving the furniture again.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, babies.
I don't think so. I've been looking. I've been watching their. If we do, they're real tiny because I haven't seen any. They
How many adults do you have?
Yeah, because there's some bigger ones in there. They definitely are bold enough.
Right. How many adults?
Then down here we've got one of the Julies. The smallest Julie hides out over here. She gets mad at me because she digs holes too, and I refill it back in with sand, and she gets upset.
Oh, funny.
And then we have some bigger Julies down here, although they're going to hide on me right now. They hide around the castle. Here's one of my Brahmins.
What size tank is that? Is that a 40? Is that
There
a 40?
you are.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Is that a 40 breeder?
Yeah, I got an echo again. So what was it you said?
I asked him the size of your tank.
This one is a 20 long.
Oh, okay.
I've got a 40 that someday I may move them into, especially if they have a bunch of babies, but I'll sell some too so that they don't get too over.
Right.
So, no, 20 long. Nope, I'm getting the echo again.
It's a beautiful.
And then I wanted to show you the one other. I've got two. I got a 5-gallon one here. These are paradise fish, but they're albino.
Oh, wow.
I found them at a Petco. And they're just absolutely beautiful, but I can only keep, I do have a betta in here with them, a female, and some fories down in the bottom. You can see here the betta's peeking her head out. That's Daisy. She don't like the male paradise fish. She bothers her, so she hides. I may move her over, and then next to it, I call it my baby tank. It has my shrimp, but it's also got all my babies in there. And you can see here's a bunch of varieties. There's some gold guppies, some endlers. They were the ones that were too small for the other tank.
Yeah. There's some really interesting colored guppies. Is that the 14 karat gold guppies?
Yeah, they're supposed to be
I think it
gold.
was.
And then there's I think these are chili raspboras, I think. But they're babies too, so I had them all in here. So
That is awesome.
so I've turned my bedroom into a fish room. My husband really loves it.
Hey, I think that's a great idea, turning the bedroom into a fish room. I love it.
Yeah, well, my house keeps me pretty stagnant sometimes, so it gives me something to do and watch. And
Yeah.
yeah, I got those at the club auction also.
Oh,
If you
cool.
look at the top, you'll see the baby guppies.
Oh, wow.
They all think they're going to be fed. I have a little bit of baby food that I give to them. I probably could feed them a lot less, but
How many tanks do you have, Cinnamon?
I have, let's see, I got 3 in my downstairs, my living room. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have about 8, I think.
8.
I have a couple that are like, I have these 2 little ones that are just for, I've got a pregnant Molly. And then in here, I've got a albino cichlid that is in timeout. He was bullying all the other fish, so he got in the you're a bad boy tank. So he is either going to behave himself or he's going to find a new home. So I've become a bit addicted, as you guys know.
Right.
So you want to see something neat? Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. I turn
Oh, wow.
drink things into fish tanks.
Oh, how
That's
cool.
They're
genius.
3 gallon. I've got a black betta, who I call Midnight. And then there's a fish in here that I don't remember the name, but they're very mean. And the betta's the only thing that can be with them to keep them in line.
Wow.
No, paradise. What is that? Oh, a little. Wow.
And then I've got a bunch of guppies and mollies in this. Some of them are the parents for the others. Like this male one is really beautiful. He's one of those elephant ear ones.
Oh, yeah.
Now that my daughter got him and 4 others at the Clash for free when they did the tank thing.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
When you saw us, we had the tank and those guppies in there waiting to go home and be set up.
Nice.
But all of these are, I did your method of the dirt with the sand. I do the thing where I push it so that it's only sand showing on the outside.
Right.
That's really neat.
I like
love
that look better.
Nice.
But those are in my bathroom, and yeah, there's a bunch of wires I'm getting figured out.
Very cool, Cinnamon.
But I got one of these for free, somebody gave me, and the other one I paid $15 for.
Huh. Very cool.
So, well, I've taken up too much time already, but thought I'd show you my.
Thank you. So happy to have you come up.
I missed that. What was that?
Happy to have you come up.
Can you help?
Yes.
Well, thank you. I enjoy it. You guys have a good evening.
You too.
You too. Bye for now. Thank you, Cinnamon.
There's Brenda.
All right. All right. Sailor Red. Look what we got.
It came in.
We got it. We got to open it right now in front of God and everybody.
Hey, do you want to make it? Do you want me to change it where it just shows you, where they can see the whole box?
Sure. All right.
Here we go.
Eddie. He showed us this a couple of weeks ago. Do you remember?
Yeah.
It is
It was
so
really
cool.
cool.
It really is. All right. For the sakes. Oh, this is stunning. What happened? Am I still there?
Yeah, you're still there. I can see you fine.
Well, good, because I can't see me at all.
Oh no.
Yeah, the screen has just disappeared.
That's not good. The good thing is we can still see and everything seems to be working fine on our end.
Let me see. Hold on. Alan Tooth is here. Hey, Alan. Okay, I got it. I got us back.
Awesome.
All right. I need to make this. No. Yeah, that's they can do that on theirs. It won't make any difference. All righty. What else we got here?
That birdhouse is so cool. Everybody in the comments is calling you a tease right now. That is so pretty. Amazing
Isn't
work.
that unbelievable? Look at this, guys.
Yeah, this is really cool. The detail on that.
Is that incredible?
It is.
It's very German.
Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that.
Ooh, das ist wunderbar.
See. Yeah, whoa.
Jawohl.
That wonderful. That is so
Yeah, it is.
Gift.
We need, yes.
That's
We need-
such a great gift.
Isn't it?
Oh my
We need to
gosh.
find a place to put that. Need to hang it, I think. Put a look at it and hang. We'll get Corey to hang it somewhere. That's wonderful. And that is so spectacular. Christian is here. Let's get him up.
Oh, I think he's got me.
Hey. Yeah, we got you.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, I can't see the camera right now. Hold on a second. Can you?
Okay.
Yeah,
we can see you.
we see you.
Mhm.
Oh, darn it. All right, let me try to do this message. I have a situation, everyone. Oh, I'm sorry. Hello?
Yeah, can you hear us good? What's going
Yeah.
on?
I can't see the thing. Darn it. Oh, there you are.
I think you are a situation.
Okay, so we have our Peachy over here, and she's our little beta. I showed her to you probably over a year ago in her new planted tank. She's doing wonderful, and she had a little bump on her side. So, oh, maybe she has like a little belly thing. It's not. It's a tumor, and it's so big right now. I don't know what to do.
There's not much you can do.
I know that.
You can lance it. If it's fluid, you can drain the fluid and then put a spot of antiseptic ointment on the wound. But it probably will come back. Our experience is they tend to come back.
I know. I already know that, so it's pretty big right now, and I'm pretty unsure as to what to do. And I don't know if I should euthanize her, Father Fish. It's like a moral thing because I don't know if it's painful or not. You know.
Well, fish don't experience pain, is my experience. And I've seen fish swimming around with half their body gone, acting as normal as they're able.
Yeah, me too. I know it's bizarre.
So I don't think the pain is an issue.
I mean, she could eat. She even carries like her tumor is like almost half the size of her body, and she
Wow.
carries it around, but and she's still got like spunk in her a lot.
Well, if she's moving around, I would, your decision is to leave her alone. Give her the best life you can.
That's what I'm wondering.
Or try to remove it or drain it.
I'm just going to give her the best life I can. If I, know.
Well, your call.
Yeah. Well, thanks for confirming that.
You betcha.
Yeah.
Best to you. Thank you, Christian.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with playing doctor with fish. If you are careful and you understand what you're doing and have thought it through carefully, gotten some support if you need it to be able to make sure you're doing the right thing. I've done that countless times with animals, and some I've been able to save, and some I have not. Doctors don't do better than that in hospitals, frankly.
Right? That's the truth.
Sailor Red, the packing was perfect, actually. It was, I was playing with it because actually it was so well done. So it braced brilliantly. I mean, the way it was done was really brilliant because it had these triangular pieces set in just such a way as to be able to keep the birdhouse from moving at all. It was really extremely well done. So I would not be at all critical with your wife for the packing. It was frankly genius. So there's that. The other consideration is and it's one that I really support, probably long term, is to simply allow the fish to live its life in the best way you can. Try to provide for if it has special needs. Try to provide for those needs. I've never made prosthetics for a fish. I've seen people who have done it, and it's pretty clever and sometimes pretty effective.
I didn't know they could do that.
Yeah, I did that once. It was for a fish that had no swim bladder, and it couldn't float. And I think I injected air into the bladder, and measure it so that it could manage in the water rather than laying on the bottom. Adam said the birdhouse will get a good rent. That is so cool. It's so absolutely cool.
It is.
What a beautiful thing. See, it doesn't open, does it? It does not open. Oh, that's interesting. So if I use it as a birdhouse, like for my canaries, I don't think they would use it because I don't think they would go in that little hole. Very, very nice. It's just gorgeous. Stunning piece of work. I thank you so much, Ed.
You did an amazing job.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Damon Winfrey says, just set up a 40. As far as you still have a pair of blue, I do. In fact, I have a pair, and then I have some young that are unsexed. But I do have a pair. The shop hours are basically 10 to 4, 7 days a week. But if you want to call ahead, if you can't make it then, we can arrange to get together. Oh, there are 2 screws on the bottom. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, great. Wonderful. And
I
they,
just think it's
okay.
amazing how Sailor Ed made that. I mean, that's handmade. That's just
Beautiful piece of work, isn't it? Yeah,
yeah, it
it's
is.
so impressive. Oh, that's all cut.
Wow,
Isn't that amazing?
it really is.
Stunning. Just stunning. Oh, yes, Linda, we got it. The Amazonian tank it's doing really, really well. I think the lights are, I don't know how close we can get to it. Probably not very. I don't have my long wire on here. I need to get it hooked up because I want to be able to show. We finally got discus.
Oh, can't wait to see them.
Yeah, I'm excited about them. Let's see if I can see how close I can get here. Not very. Do a little better. It's dark, but we can clear it up a certain amount. The water is clear. It just has a lot of tannins because of that huge piece of driftwood in there. But the fish are doing wonderfully. And we have an awful lot of fish in it. Big angels, two 5-inch, almost 5-inch discus. A lot of hillstream loaches, and a lot of tetras as well.
That's a beautiful setup. I love the way you've got the moss on the driftwood. That just looks so natural and just artistic.
Yeah, I want to get an orchid. That's
Oh yeah.
next. I got to get an orchid on this thing.
Love the fish room.
There's
Hey,
Brenda.
Brenda. Think I got it? Nope. Trying to get Brenda, but I'm not sure how to.
Oh my, there she is.
I can see her down there, but I can't see her. There she is.
No, turn that around. How's that?
Oh wow. Is there a way we can make it where she's full screen where we can see the discus really good?
Wait. Oh, take your time.
Okay, this is cool. Wow. Those are so beautiful. I love the blue one.
Yeah, we got a bunch of them. And I've got them on sale.
Some are back there.
Can you turn the volume on for your phone? It's feedback. Yeah, terrible feedback.
Is that better?
Maybe a little. It's a little better. That's better. They're still shy. They're still kind of hiding in the
Yeah, they are.
2 sides of the tank on both sides. So we remember the discus ponds.
Yeah, there's a lot of echo.
That's that's because of the phone feedback.
Those
Is that
those
better?
discs are beautiful. Yeah, think so. We're, I think we lost her.
Yeah, just too much feedback on her phone.
Yeah.
We'll get her back up on her computer probably.
That sounds good.
Dana's getting her confidence up for discus. Well, that's really what we're doing here now. We're doing real confidence boosters. There are a number of videos that have just come out from a number of different fish keepers about discus. And they all are taking the traditional route, which is a minimum 2 water changes a week, constant um, constant water treatment, constant cleaning. What we're doing, the discus you saw in the Amazon tank, that tank, it's had probably 2, maybe 3 partial water changes, mainly because it gets so dark and we want to be able to see it better. So if it were my private personal aquarium, I wouldn't do it. But because we have people coming in all the time, we need to be able to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're doing water changes. But the discus you just looked at are in a tank that is not going to get routine water changes. We might do a partial once a month. We'll just wait and see how it goes. But we have a canister filter hooked up to it, a small one. I probably am going to hook up a bigger one. And we've got a couple of sponge filters. And that's it. It's a deep substrate with extra sand. So it's a bit deeper than it might otherwise be. We're feeding live food exclusively and primarily shrimp and fish that are ground in a blender. So they're very fine. It's very fine food. We have a number of other fish in with them to make sure that any of the extra food that gets in there is taken up. We're not mixing that food in water. We're not blending it in water. We're blending it dry. So we're not getting a lot of water with a lot of juices in it that are going in the tank, which nothing would be able to eat that. So we're not putting fluid in. We're putting solids in. Linda Snow wanted to give out a shout out to Abidu and Leslie for helping on discard with a parrotfish with hole in the head disease. Wonderful. They are amazing people.
Yeah, they are.
They're just really amazing. What is G-Man's saying the same thing about the guys on the guys who are promoting discus are really not doing discus any favor. They're saying you can do it too, but only if you do that extensive effort, spending hours a week doing maintenance. Are they willing to admit that it's possible? So we're going to be doing this. We will succeed or we will fail. So far, we've had discus here in these systems for 2 months with no trouble at all. We probably will be breaking this group up and spreading them around some to get them into other tanks because we want to get discus in community tanks. we almost certainly will put some in with the Wairu and with the rainbows. And we'll just see how we go from there. But I think we got 16 or 18. So it's going to be, we have enough to be able to spread them around in groups of 4 to 6. And that'll be the game plan.
I think it'll work out great.
Willie Bond is late. And we already started, Willie. You're going to have to catch up. We're not going to go back. Would discus be okay with credensis? I have credensis in that tank with them. Credensis are really a perfect fish because they're basically a bottom fish. They nest on the bottom. They stay toward the bottom. They're in the bottom few inches of the tank pretty much for their whole lives. They don't get up into the water column very much. They spawn in caves, so they're on the bottom. They're moving around, looking for food on the bottom. It's really a perfect fish, as are the rams. And that may be what we wind up doing. I've got a tank now, a 40, that has a number of species of fish in it. And I'm going to probably be breaking that down some and pulling some out. I have some bigger fish in it that I want to get out of it. Some parrots, they're small right now, but they're going to need to come out. And when I do that, that's one of the tanks I want to put some discus in because it's a good community tank with mid-sized fish that are not particularly aggressive. Interesting things like buffalo cats, buffalo cichlids that are very much a bottom fish. They're like a goby. They stay on the bottom. But they're a larger fish. They're 3 to 4 inches and very busy, active fish.
That's pretty cool.
I'm hoping we're going to be able to give people a lot of confidence with this. Dana. I feel confident about it. We may take a few losses because we may find these are fish that have been bred in captivity. They've not been grown out in outdoor ponds the way most fish have. They've been grown out in pretty much sterile conditions. They've been in pretty much sterile conditions their whole life. So we'll see how it goes. These are hybridized discus. They're not wild caught discus. I was noticing when I was at the importer who deals strictly in discus that he does not have any wild stock. It is all domestic hybrid stock, which means that, and he keeps his in bare tanks with very heavy filtration. So this is going to be a change for the fish. We'll see how they handle it. So far, they're not struggling in any way. We may need to do more frequent water changes just to keep the solids out of the water for their benefit because they've never been in water that has solids in it. By solids, I mean dissolved organics, which is unavoidable in a tank that does not get routine water changes. Then we'll just see how it goes, but we're going to try to keep up with this and try to make it work and see if we can't find a way to make this really effective for folks. Let's see. We have a super sticker or something.
We got 2.
We have 2. I need. They're not showing up. Why are they not? Actually, oh, I know why. Because
Why?
I don't have comments on. Ah, here's Dana and Adam. Dana, thank you, Dana, so much. And Adam, thank you, Adam. And happy Thanksgiving to you. That's it. We'll get Dana back up. Thank you both very much. That's very kind of you. Let's see, what's this? Oh, Matthew Plowden is a member in good standing, member for a month. I was saying planting a 29-gallon for the top of his dresser. Want to do a cichlid tank with rock and some plants. Any species good with plants. There are a lot of species good with plants. I would, if there are small cichlids and large cichlids. If you want to do small cichlids, you can do German blue rams, crebensis, keyholes. Those kinds of fish are perfect. For a larger fish, chocolate cichlids are an all-time favorite. And of course, the electric blue acara is just a stunning fish. Those are mid-sized fish that will do very well in a 29. You can also do Africans. You can do Tanganyikas, such as the shell dwellers. You saw earlier, Cinnamon had a tank with shell dwellers.
Yeah,
And
that makes
some other Tanganyikas in with them. So there are lots of options for those kinds of fish. So that's going to be wonderful. Excited for you. Apistogrammas, Willie Bond said, discus and angels. Discus get a little big, so do angels, but in a 29, you can do a few. You can do 2. You can certainly do a pair, and also be able to have other fish in with them. Most of the breeders, the discus breeders, keep their pairs of discus in 29-gallon tanks. That is standard. And these are fish 6-7 inches, big fish.
Wow.
So you certainly can do that. Yeah, discus need to be, Cinnamon has become Snook. Thank you, Cinnamon. Welcome. We need to find ways to make it possible for people to keep discus safely and comfortably and successfully. And my experience is that this works well. So Christian mentioned service up cichlids, wonderful cichlids. I've not been able to find them. They haven't been available for a couple of months. So I'm hoping they show up because it's a fish I want to be able to get a number of 20 or so in order to be able to have them and sell them and get them breeding. So I'm hoping soon we're going to begin setting up some breeding operations for some of these fish. I think we will be using the plant vats. Brenda keeps saying, oh, they're going to bite me. Yeah, but they won't hurt much.
How big are the cichlids? The ones that you're wanting to breed, what size cichlids are they?
Well, the chocolates, for example.
Oh, yeah, the big ones. Yeah.
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 But I don't think they would be aggressive. They're even when they're spawning, they're fish that dart away. They're not like an Oscar that's going to come after you for getting near.
Right.
I wouldn't do that to her.
Yeah, an Oscar, that would be mean.
Yeah, service. You know who might have them? Dan's fish house might have service sets.
Might.
nobody's collecting them and nobody's breeding them and nobody brings them in.
That's wild.
You know, I will put a request in. I have a supplier who buys everything that's available
Mhm.
from the offshore suppliers from the Far East and from Africa and South America for that matter. Um, so I will put a request in. If they're being caught or being raised, he'll be able to get them.
That'll be nice.
Made friends with the chocolates, Brenda said. He's out of her head. They're wonderful fish. They're beautiful fish. And I've got a pair, and I really need to get them set up so we can breed them. We need to have babies.
That'd be so cool. Yeah, Brenda sent me a video of her feeding them, and they really, no joke, eat out of her hand. It is so neat. She's the fish whisperer.
Yeah, she's having a lot of fun.
Mhm.
She comes in early in the morning and feeds all the fish.
That is so cool.
Oh,
I'm just amazed at how tame they were. I mean, she just put her hand in the tank and they just swam up there and ate right out of her hand.
right, right. LI New York. Mini Minion. New subscriber just found channel 2 days ago. Welcome, welcome. Nice to have you with us.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Sailor Red Bread Dempsey's. That's an easy one to read and a wonderful one to read. I do have Dempsey's, and I actually have got a pair that spawned. Unfortunately, they spawned on a heater,
Oh no.
and the heater managed to kill the eggs.
Mm.
So I need to pull them out and set them up where we can get a spawn.
Mhm.
And they are pretty. Hey, Darwire. Nice to see you. Let's see. I did not get to this topic I wanted to get to
Mhm.
way back at the beginning. Dana Cockle, Father Fish, pencil fish in his old tank. Yeah, I don't know if I have any left in there now. I need to get that's something I've not seen recently is any kind of pencils. I need to get pencil fish again. Detritus. Matthew Plowden. Thank you, Matthew.
Mhm.
Thanks for the suggestion. Years ago, I saw these small, slender, blue and yellow ones. Beautiful. Heard they were notorious diggers. Rift Lake, I think, maybe. Probably. Um, I have a tank of Africans, a sand bottom tank that is half full of plants. Now, granted, none of them are spawning yet. There is no digging going on at all. I fully expect there will be once they start pairing up and some females start egging up. But I plan to be filling in or taking other measures. Probably be putting a lot of flat rock down. Flat rock very often achieves what the cichlid is looking for, which is a hard strata to spawn on. So we'll try and see. I've got a number of large pieces of slate that I'm going to use when the time comes. Mary Oliver, hello to Brenda, and thank you, Corey Atkins. Is Corey here? I haven't seen him yet.
I haven't seen him yet either. Okay, why did everything just go off my screen? What on earth? Okay, it came back. That's good. Just lost video and everything for a second.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Did we get Mary's information for those plants?
I got it today, yes. And I have made an order up, so it'll come up in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, Brenda was just asking about Mary's address. For she was one of the she was a birthday girl. That's what it was. So we're
Yeah.
setting her a gift for her birthday.
She's gonna love it.
3G is missing in action. He certainly
Yeah,
is.
he is.
Certainly is. Thank you for missing him, Stan. We all miss him now.
Mm-hmm.
Darn well, would a female better be okay in a 3-gallon tank? Of course. Of course. It's, yeah, don't misunderstand me. I have bettas in almost all of my tanks. I have them spread around in almost all of my tanks, but particularly all the 10-gallon tanks. And they're all in community with other fish, some with other bettas, some even have 2 male bettas in a tank, and they're not squabbling. They're unique enough from each other. They seem not to notice each other. But I'm not saying that bettas should be kept in small containers. I'm saying they can be, and if you have a large number of them, they must be. You really have no choice because you can't have 1,000 10-gallon tanks with a betta in each one. That's totally unreasonable. But the point is, you can do a lot of things if you pay attention to what you're doing and you do it right, do it carefully, and do it with integrity. Then it's not a problem. The notion that you can throw a fish in a little tiny jar, put it up on the shelf, and just throw food in it every day for 6 months without doing anything else is a ridiculous notion.
Yeah, it is.
No one is suggesting that, least of all me. Now, I know there are many sloppy fish keepers, and the people who complain the most about doing this are the sloppiest among them, and that's why they're complaining, because they cannot imagine being able to do such a thing. They're much too careless and much too thoughtless and much too ignorant of what the betta actually needs in order to be healthy. So I cannot agree. I can agree that those people should never do such a thing because they're frankly too stupid to do it.
Right?
Lamar Rise Up 1. I've learned so much in the last 3 days. That is what we're here for. Let me say something about that. We're here. Note, I just said a certain kind of fish keeper is stupid, and that's really who we're here for. We're here for the stupid and the failures, the people who are too dumb to figure it out, and who fail every time they try. Those are the people we love the most and care about the most.
Absolutely.
And want to be here for the most, because when they finally give up on everything they've been trying to do and say, "Help me, Father Fish," we are able to help them and give them the most glorious tank they have ever had or will ever have. And it is an immense joy to be able to do that. So we are so in support of failure. We just want to be able to get hold of you and to hold on to you and to show you what you really can do, how successful you really can be by doing everything the opposite of everything you've been told to do. It's not your fault. You've been taught by people who do not have your best interests at heart. They just don't. Most of them don't because they want to make money on you. They want to sell you all kind of stuff that there is no other good reason to buy except that you're in trouble. And
Right?
so they want to cause you as much trouble as possible so you will buy as much as you can. The problem is it's a dead end.
Yeah, it is.
And at some point you burn out on it and you're done with it. And at that point you either walk away and never keep fishing again because it's a horrible experience, or you luck out and you fall into Father Fish's little tender trap. You see a video that says, stop feeding your fish, or stop cleaning your tank, or stop changing your water. Or you can have a perfect tank with no work. You know, whatever. And you say, oh, that's funny. And you look and you listen and you begin to learn and you begin to understand that everything you have been told is wrong.
Yeah, it is.
Simply wrong. It ain't a little bit right. It ain't sort of okay. It's just wrong. If you have been failing every time you have tried and you have listened to mentors who have told you how to do this and you've been faithful about it and you have failed, it is not your fault. And we're going to help you overcome that and make you one of the best fish keepers around. There are hundreds, perhaps thousands that we have been able to help over the years who now have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 fish tanks. And every one of them are magnificent. And you can be there too. Guarantee. Yeah. Marky. And Dana says, yes. Dana says, I am a successful failure. Amen.
That's it. I feel you on that.
And Darbar resembles that.
Yeah, I never would have thought it would have been possible to have a whole room full of fish tanks.
Right. Okay. So here's Mike. I got some dirt, put it in pots to convert submerged plants to immersed by filling them with enough water to cover the plants. They have a bad odor. Ideas. Well, if you put 2 inches of sand on top of that dirt, not only will it get rid of the bad odor, but it will stop the dirt from burning up the roots of the plants.
Mm-hmm.
Number one. Number two, you don't need to go through all that. Plants that have been grown immersed can be put directly submerged in the water. There are only a very few that grow immersed leaves that grow immersed leaves that are different than immersed, submerged leaves. Very few. By and large, they make the transition very easily. And in point of fact, if you're buying from a farm, you're not buying plants that are grown immersed because they're not grown immersed. A plant farm that has any ethical standards at all, that's selling plants into the tropical fish trade, is not growing plants immersed. That's felonious. It's ridiculous. We certainly do not. And our farm does not. Our farm grows thousands and thousands of plants every week, sells tens of thousands of plants every week. None of them are grown immersed. They're not growing out of the water. They're not grown in pots. They're grown submerged in the water. They may get big enough to begin coming out of the water. At that point, they're harvested, but they can't be called immersed. They can't be called plants that grow in the air because they're not. So don't be suckered into that. It's a sucker's game, and you wind up with the kind of mess you've got, Mike. Don't fool with it. Put that dirt in your tank, cap it with 2 inches of sand, and plant the plants in it. Just do it. You will be happy you did, because you're going to have an environment then that'll be able to grow plants successfully and happily. But you got to cap it. You got to keep the dirt separate from the water. It's fundamental. Otherwise, you have mud. I mean, you can do that if you want mud. You can have mud, but it's not going to be an enjoyable experience. I mean, that's basically what Wallstead is. Wallstead is mud tanks with a little bit of gravel, not enough to make much of a difference. They got to be changing water all the time because all those solids are dissolving in the water and depleting the resources that are in the soil. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I tried it and didn't have a whole lot of success with it. I did one bowl Wallstead and I didn't have success with that method.
Yeah, and here Dennis said money is what it comes down to. That's absolutely right. And that's why nobody is teaching this method, because there's frankly no money in it. Now, I'm making money by selling dirt and selling fish. I mean, plants. I'm also selling some fish, and I'm going to be doing a lot more fish. I'm selling plants and I'm selling dirt. What you spend on chemicals is probably would be 2 to 3 times more than what it costs to buy the dirt, which is a one-time expense. You buy it one time and you put it in that tank, and for so long as that tank is set up, you don't replace it. You don't add a thing to it. You just move along. You let the tank develop. And this gets back to what I wanted to talk about all the way back at the beginning, which is the issue of detritus and mold. Detritus and mold. They are the one thing that sterile oriented fish keepers hate the most. And I'm here to tell you that they are the single most important element of your tank. Why is that? Because they are the natural waste that is produced by all of the living organisms in the tank. So what you have is biossoil. Biossoil. That is terra preta, the most substantially nutritious soil in the history of gardening. There is nothing more precious, nothing more vital, nothing more dynamic in your tank than mulm and detritus. You got to know how to help it. And the way you help it is with a dirt layer capped with sand. Now, the truth is, you don't need that dirt layer. Not long term. It'll get you through the first couple of years. But if you're willing to wait 2 years, 3 years for all of that mulm and detritus to sift into the sand, it will build the richest possible soil layer in your tank that will have the most nutrition possible for your plants. It's called biossoil because it is most accessible to the roots of plants, most accessible to the plants being able to take it up. It creates a transition that is a very smooth transition as it works its way through the entire food web of the environment. It is what keeps forests alive, biossoil. It's what's breaking down and feeding the plants. It's transitioning continuously through the entire cycle of life in that environment. The detritus, the mulm are the key to long and fruitful life because they are part of the transition of that life. They are simply one stage in the transition of all of the life going on in your tank, in which everything dies, everything, and is taken up and given life again, and dies again, and taken up and given life again, and dies and lives, and dies and lives. And it goes on, and it becomes richer and richer, stronger and healthier. That is the message of our role in this world, to be a part of nurturing that process. And if we can learn to do it in our aquariums, we can do it in the wider world. We do not need to be, nature does not need to be protected from us. Nature requires our assistance, our aid, our comfort, our support, our help, our nurturing hands to give it greater life and greater power and greater strength. We are the caretakers of the earth. We are the caretakers of the earth, not our government. Our government is the least among us and the most unworthy among us. Our government is deception It is power for the sake of controlling the worst instincts. And so it must be kept under control itself, lest it become the worst instincts. And that is precisely the great struggle we are engaged in now, right now, in this age, in these days, to control that which is out of control and to regain the authority and the love and the nurturing spirit and the joy and the peace, the satisfaction, the magnificence of being part of creation, that special part that takes authority over nurturing and caring for and loving the world we live in. Let it be so.
Amen to that.
Matthew plowed and got my muck jar started a few days ago, about half full of muck and half full of water. Haven't seen it moving, but the muck's pretty thick. Might be too much. You might need to cut back.
Yeah.
It's a very small amount of water with a great deal of biological material, and it can easily overwhelm that small amount of water.
Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta take a quick break.
You bet. I feel the Father Fish song coming on the day that says, the song. What time is it? It's still too early. 7:36. Darnbar said I missed all that. Could you repeat it? We have it on tape, Darnbar. We have it on tape. Yeah, and I'm sure we're going to make a video of it. So it will be available. Don't always get into those, but when I do, we like to make videos of them so we can preserve them for our posterity. Stan Pittman, Mom, is the one thing people notice when they see my tanks. It's negative to them. They keep a lot of fish. I haven't lost a lot of fish to sickness in months. Amen to that. Full with water, but it's cloudy. The problem is if you put an air stone in it, that'll be the biggest help. Put an air stone in it. It's going to make it muckier, but it's going to also prevent if you have too much organic material in there, it burns up all the oxygen. And that just causes everything to die. So you want to do small amounts. Here's Brenda. What's Brenda got to say? Hi, Brenda. What's up? Did you notice we did a sale on dirt?
I see that.
You saw that. Have you checked to see? Let me take a look, see if anybody's buying it. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Well, I would say so. My word. Yeah, that's about 10. About 10, pretty good. That's impressive. Thank you so much, everybody. That's exciting. It's a really good deal. So you're getting the soil at a substantial discount, which is only going to be available for the next 20 minutes. And then it'll be gone, never to return. You ain't never going to see this again, not likely, because I like to do different things all the time. So grab it while you can, because after it's gone, it ain't coming back. We ain't going to redo these things, not in any reasonable amount of time. So if you need soil or are going to need soil in the next 6 months to a year, get it now while the price is down so that you'll have it when you need it. Matthew said, maybe I'll just start over. Got a 13-acre pot at your disposal. I would do that, Matthew. Absolutely. And while you're ready, do it a bunch of different times with a bunch of different containers. That'll teach you, too, what works best. Lamar, rise up. Dana Coke, I'm so excited to get started. Can't wait to see the progress. So excited to be watching all of his videos. Well, happy to have you aboard, Lamar. Are there certain plants to stay away from? No, I would not say so. There are certain plants that are easier to start with. The stem plants are easier to start with, and certainly the rooted plants are. The specialty plants, some of them are really simple and some of them are really difficult. But if you've got a basic tank set up, you can probably grow anything in it without much trouble at all. So I would not steer clear of anything. Just start with what works best. And that's, wouldn't you say, Brenda, going to be the stem plants? Brenda, say something.
I don't think we can hear. Can you hear us?
Apparently not.
I'll text her.
She's just being pretty.
No, I can hear what you're saying. You're repeating.
Oh, she's getting feedback.
Oh no. There's got to be a way to fix the feedback. I'm just not sure how. Because you guys are in two separate rooms.
Earbuds.
Yeah.
I'll give her my earbuds. I got two pairs.
That'll work.
And you can set your earbuds up to your computer so you can turn the volume off on it and just use the earbuds. And that way you won't get feedback. We'll get that set up. I get two pair right here.
Awesome.
Right here somewhere.
She's coming to you to get them.
Look at that. Right there.
I've got mine somewhere around here. I'm not sure where to do mine.
Yeah, you need to talk to Dina tomorrow and she'll teach you how to set things up.
Actually, I think I've got mine in the living room.
On your phone and on your computer. But those are yours.
Yeah, I love those things.
Earbuds.
Oh, yeah. And it just connects to your phone's Bluetooth.
So tomorrow, show her how to do that.
Oh, I will.
It's a little time consuming. We're not going to have time to do it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, green neons and twin bar platters. Yeah, I think we have both listed. We really need to start getting plants listed. Maybe I'll get Dina to help with that too. We've got about 20 or 25 species of fish here that we can ship easily, and we need to get them listed. Dartwire, 10-gallon jar has 2.5 to a quarter to a half inch of mold. Yeah, probably a 10-gallon. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, blue crawfish. Actually, that's a really good idea because that would help promote macrofauna. Because he's not going to eat macrofauna. He's going to eat plant material primarily. So you can put plants in there, which he will eat, and that'll be converted to macrofauna. So it's a really good idea. A crawfish in a resurrection jar.
Oh, that's going to be cool.
Or shrimp for that matter. You could do shrimp too. The only problem is that some of the bigger scuds will eat baby shrimp, I think. There has been a problem with that. But with the crayfish, you need not worry about it because you don't particularly want to get them spawning anyway. Oh, what else is going on? You can use a 5-gallon tank and LED light instead of jar and satellite. Absolutely, Matthew. Absolutely. Not a problem in the world with that. G-Man, yes, she is. Indeed. She'd be getting rather. I accused her the other day of becoming svelte, and she didn't know what that meant. And I had really told her.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
You'll know the word SVELDT. SVELDT, svelte. Great word. Johnny Best, hello, hello. We have time to bring up another person if anybody wants to come up and show off for a few minutes. We're happy to have you. We're down to the last 15 minutes of our show. Watch on your phone and cast the video to your TV. Oh, that's a cool idea.
That is.
Huh.
I didn't realize you could cast it from the phone to the TV. That's pretty cool. I usually never mess with the TV, so.
Yeah, I don't know how to cast.
Yeah, I don't either.
Wait. Here's Stan Pittman. Look at this. Hey, Stan.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Hey, I want to go over a couple things y'all talked about tonight.
All right.
Everybody's talking about betas.
Oh, look at this.
These guys are a year and a half old, and I'm not sure there's a gallon in the left one.
That's wonderful.
And they're super happy and healthy. Of course, they've got their snail buddies with them.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, it is.
Talking about balm. This is that least killifish tank, but these fish are a year and a half old.
Nice.
I don't think I've lost one. But you can tell it's pretty
Such
thick.
a wonderful fish. I need to get some. I don't have any. I need to get some lace killifish.
But here's
I brought them back from Florida, and I don't think I have them anymore. What? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There's some serious mold in this tank.
Yeah, that looks like the first tank I set up. That's the level I'm on.
Now, if you add sand to that, 1/4 of an inch a week, and build it up about an inch, what it'll do is it'll provide the space that the mold needs to work its way through. Because all that mold is working its way into the bottom. It just doesn't have enough strata for it to be in the sand. But you can add sand to it and not have the mold on the surface.
That's the funny part about it, because you get some tanks, these tanks are set up at the same time. And you get some that don't have any.
It's because it's not producing it at the same rate.
Yeah, well, this tank had a bunch of, the guppy grass, hornwort. This one's got quite a bit of mold.
A lot higher biomass.
Right. There's a little bit there. This tank, I tell you, for anybody that's breeding guppies or small live bears, I think the mold is part of the success I'm having.
Oh, it is absolutely.
Yeah, because this is a guppy tank, and
it's where they're able to continuously feed.
Yeah, these guppies have produced probably
right.
2 females have produced probably 150 babies in the last 2 months.
Wow.
And I'm not losing them,
Right.
I just moved a bunch of them over here.
That's the difficulty with baby fish. They have to eat continuously.
Yeah, I feed them in the morning and in the afternoon too.
Yeah. And where you've got mulm, that means you've got a lot of microfauna in there that they can feed on, microscopic life. So they're actually able to feed continuously.
Give Dina a couple
That's
updates.
something else too. If you have a turtle in the tank, the turtle produces even more mulm because it's eating more plant. And
My
so,
turtle, my
yeah,
turtle tank, I have to change the water every month.
yeah, I'm not surprised. It
Yeah,
creates a huge amount of mulm.
and I didn't put the dirt at the bottom of these. I just put the sand and covered it with
Right.
the pea gravel.
Yeah, it's converting plant material to food for the web at a very high rate.
Okay, that's all I got. I just wanted to show the bulb and the little bit of people that were
Nice.
talking.
Thank you so much, Dan. That's really
Okay, great. Y'all have a good
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
you bet. Bye for now.
I love the turtle setup.
Right. Is that he's still here?
Yeah, I finally got my turtles back there in the paludarium, just trying to figure out how to get the Bluetooth camera to work. I still don't have this thing figured out.
Let's see. Precise, could you offer any insight into inbreeding, selective breeding, and its implications on hardiness and longevity? Generally, it only becomes an issue in extensive or extended breeding programs. In other words, if you get beyond 5 generations with a specific line, you're going to start having morphology in it that is going to be negative. You start seeing things like damaged fins, oddball fins, bent spines, other kinds of genetic problems. But it takes about 5 generations. Most breeders will breed a population for 3 to 4 generations and then introduce new genetics into that line in order to overcome or prevent that problem. It doesn't show up right away, and it's really rare for the average hobbyist breeder to breed for that length. Normally, you're breeding two or three generations at the most, so you never really see it happen. But if you get into 5, 6, 7 generations, that's what's happened. That happened to the glowfish for some very specific reasons, namely that creating the initial progeny, the initial parent for the glowfish was a very expensive, tedious, and arduous process. So there were not very many created to begin with, and everything ensued from those few. So you had 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 generations of fish coming out of a single set of parents. And it resulted in fish that ultimately they didn't live very long, less than a year. They wound up with bent spine in fairly short order, 6 months. It was a major issue. All kinds of genetic problems and anomalies just were cropping up in increasing numbers. It's like a proportional thing. You got one problem and then there's another, and they all kind of build on each other, and it gets worse and worse as you go down the generation. That has been corrected in large measure because the original breeder took back the rights to the distribution of the fish in order to be able to get control of the population and begin bringing in some new genetics. A friend of mine developed the original parents for the original fish. I've had them on before. Uh, I need to get him back, and we need to talk about that some more because I'm sure he'll have additional insights. Um, we'll try to do that. I've been thinking about the Tampa guys a lot lately. I want to get back to them and see if we can't get them involved in some teaching experiences. Cinnamon talking about trying sweet potato. I have not done it, but I've seen it and it's wonderful. I think you just need to go for it. The only real issue is the root system tends to take over the tank. So periodically you're going to need to take it out and cut the root back because otherwise there won't be any room for anything other than roots. All right, what else is here?
Well, Super Nine Polar Bear on my chat wants to know, what about raccoon tetras? They are very hardy.
What about what?
Raccoon tetras. I've never heard of raccoon tetras before.
Raccoon tetras.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some. Yeah, I don't have any. Not been able to get them. I saw there was a video on raccoon tetras just the last week or so. Somebody posted one. Can't remember who, but they were breeding them. It was a fellow in Australia who's a really classy breeder, young guy in his 30s, early 40s, I think, who's doing stupendous breeding. I sent him a note, tell him I really appreciated his effort. Just real impressive work. Does a good job with his videos. I need to find his channel and need to post channels like that. I don't have a way to do that. I need to figure out a way to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Would a cactus plant be okay for an aquarium? Says Lamore Rhinestone. Yeah, it'll rot really quickly and be very effective in creating biomass. Good idea. DB, watch his show. He's really passionate and really effective. What's his channel? Do you know, DB? I just don't have it. I hadn't thought of a way to do that. I guess I could post it in community.
Yeah, that would work.
I could have it. The name of the tetras I found. Raccoon tetra, they're called. A raccoon tetra. All righty, we're down to it, boys and girls.
Yep.
Let's see if we can make this happen. Dooby-dooby-doo, right there. Right there.
Love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I love my little fishes.
Love you all.
As they swim
Love you guys.
their home. When the sunlight shines upon them,
And the
their
colors
colors begin
begin
to
to
glow
glow
bright
and
drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found the peace that comes from watching my fishies as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
Well, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Wonderful to be here. It's been great fun.
Yeah, it
Love
has
you
been.
all.
Love y'all.
See you again real soon. Bye for now.
Bye.